already owe 30 trillion. You want to owe 80 trillion? Then you don't have a dollar. Then the dollar just blows up and all the money you have in the bank disappears. So they have to pass a wealth tax. They have to confiscate private property to pay for all the far left vision. They have to. They want to guarantee income, guarantee a job, guarantee health care, guarantee education. Somebody's got to pay for that. And they're taxing people up to here now. In New York, where I live, it's insane. People are moving out by the hundreds of thousands to Florida and Texas and North Carolina because they can't pay the taxes. So who are they going to go for? They're going to go for the people who have assets and take them away. That's what this is all about. Now let's get it down to a lower rung, okay? So if you pack the court, there's not going to be any guns, all right? So the right to bear arms goes away because the left will say, look at that militia clause, a well-regulated militia in the Second Amendment. That doesn't mean you, as a private citizen, can have a gun. You got to be in a militia. And a militia is an arm of the government, the National Guard. That's a militia. You can't form your own militia. So you can't protect yourself with a firearm. And it's not a matter of AKs or this or that or clips or bump stocks or whatever. All guns. No guns. Can't have one. You got one, we find you, you go to prison. You go to jail. And we fine you like crazy. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. That's the vision. Because if the citizens of the United States cannot defend themselves, they're defenseless. Not just against crime, but about the government. Against the government. Tyranny, you know what the word means? It hasn't disappeared. It's there. That's what Marxism, Black Lives Matter organizations, that's what they want. And that's what Biden won't stand up against. Kamala Harris wants that. Biden doesn't want it. Biden's just a puppet. All right? He doesn't care one way or the other. But Harris, she wants it. She was asked yesterday, would you stack the court? Wouldn't answer. And a non-answer is an answer. So I'm giving you the private property, I'm giving you the guns because they're vivid. You can picture it. But there are hundreds of other rights that will disappear once the socialist left starts to impose the big government tells you how to live. Now, this is absolutely true. Absolutely true. There's no, oh, it's not happening. It is happening. They say it. And the Democrats also say, we want Puerto Rico and D.C. to be states. That would be 4 more Democratic senators. And that would mean the Democrats control the Senate, wouldn't it? That's what they wanted. Biden wants it. Sure. Yeah. Now, that's not going to happen under our present Constitution because Washington, D.C. is a federal jurisdiction. They're not going to change that, not with the court being the way it is, but you have 15 Supreme Court justices on there? Okay. So the problem here is that President Trump has not told you what I just told you. I don't know why. I don't. I don't know why. Because that is far and away the most important thing going on in this election. If he would just take his 2 minutes or whatever they're going to give him in the next debate, it's going to be a town hall debate so he can take it where he wants it. That's just going to be, another fiasco. And just do what I did. Just look into the camera and say, this is what they want. Now, the Democrats are never going to buy it. Your liberal friends aren't going to buy it. They're not going to believe it. But it's true. And there's no way on earth I can vote for Joe Biden. I'll still cover this fairly, as I did on the debate. I can't vote for him. He's not going to protect my constitutional rights on any level. How can I vote for him? How could any American vote for him? Do you not want rights? You already lost. We already lost our right to privacy. We don't have any right to privacy anymore. Anybody can tape you, listen into your, use a gizmo to listen to you talk, do anything you want, and then give it to a newspaper. Trump's taxes. That's a felony. Anybody going to do anything? Nobody's going to do anything. Right to privacy? Gone. There's no right to privacy. So private property, that could go. And all of your other constitutional rights, including freedom of speech. Cancel culture? Does that honor your right to speak? Cancel culture? Does it? When you can walk in and if somebody picks up a tweet that you put out and the boss doesn't like it, he fires you? What's happening? That's cancel culture. Who's driving the cancel culture? Who? I reach millions of people, but I don't reach 330 million or 130 million that will vote. I only reach a very small percentage of that. But this is what the election's all about. I don't care whether you think Trump's the biggest chump in the world. All right? I don't care. He's not going to destroy the Constitution. Biden and his crew will. That's it. Now, there's a lot of other offshoots on this, okay? The offshoot is law and order in the major cities in this country is collapsing. Everybody knows this. If you have eyes, you can see this. Law and order came up again in the debate, but the point really wasn't driven home. Roll it.
And so we have to be engaged.
That's not what they're talking about, Chris. That's not what they're talking about. He's talking about defunding.